My mom nearly starved my wife to death after she gave birth, and I let it happen. I don't know how to begin this without admitting that I was a coward. My wife gave birth to our first child, a beautiful, healthy baby girl. And within days of coming home from the hospital, my mom turned our home into a boot camp of body shaming and cruelty. "Women these days just let themselves go," she muttered, tossing out the carefully prepared meals my wife had frozen before labor. "If you don't bounce back quickly, don't be surprised if he starts looking elsewhere." She was saying that to my wife's face, while she was still bleeding, still healing. I should have told my mother to shut her damn mouth. But I didn't. I made excuses. I told my wife, it's just how she is. She's old school. She doesn't mean harm. But she did. My mom had my wife on her feet scrubbing floors a week postpartum, calling it light cardio. She'd rearrange furniture just so she could force my wife to lift things again. Anytime my wife sat to breastfeed, my mom would roll her eyes and say, "She won't lose that pouch sitting around feeding all day." My wife started to skip meals. She drank only tea, then just water. Her milk dried up. Our baby started losing weight. But my mom would say, "That's good. Less fat in the milk, less fat on her." I thought she was helping. I thought it would blow over. It didn't. One night, I came home from work and found my wife collapsed on the bathroom floor, clammy, faint, weak. Our newborn in her bassinet, screaming her tiny lungs out. My mom was sitting on the couch, complaining about how lazy women are these days. We rushed to the ER. Severe malnutrition, dehydration, postpartum depression made worse by emotional abuse. My wife was dying, and I, her husband, let it happen. When I confronted my mom, she finally broke down. She admitted that she was treated the same way by my father. He used to tell her that he'd leave her if she ever got fat and ugly. She lived her whole life in fear of abandonment, fear of being unwanted. And she passed that fear down onto my wife like a virus. "I was only trying to help," she sobbed. No, she was trying to survive through someone else. And almost destroyed her in the process. I told my mother to leave my house. Permanently. I told my father he was the reason my mother became a shell of a person, obsessed with thinness and appearances. I told them both they weren't welcome until they got help. Real help. Now, I'm caring for our baby while my wife recovers both physically and mentally. I'm taking paternity leave, cooking every meal, rocking our daughter to sleep, apologizing daily, not with words, but with action. Men, if you're reading this, protect your wives. Especially after childbirth. That's not when they need tough love or motivation. It's when they need grace, support, and safety. I failed my wife once. I won't again. She survived.